Everybody, welcome to NRC. I think I ran 13. Let me check that. No, sorry, ran. Just made sure I got the title right for the broadcast, and I have. Yeah, ran 12 today. Finn the Um's debut in the league. Very, very good driver. Very quick. Will definitely be challenging Zyklon today for the win. Zyklon has had it his own way throughout the whole season. Now he's got some real competition in Finn. Drive Forever drove brilliantly last week with a win at Monaco. I don't think he could put a better drive together than what he produced. No Matt this week or Sloppy Cop in the racing point for some reason. Alright, 15 drivers in the lobby. Slowly filling up. There's Matt. Matt's back for another week of hard racing. I did read in the Discord that the incident between Matt and Korea was a racing incident, as Matt did have some wing damage and he was coming into that braking zone, so he had to brake early in a Nouvelle chicane to get through the corner. It caught, I think it was Korea, out a little bit. But that was deemed a racing incident, and that's fair play from the stewards, I think. Matt's not a dirty driver at all. Not from what I've seen throughout the weeks. But we've had all street circuits for the last 3 races. And we kind of a street circuit, really close to the walls action here at Canada as well. But it's more of a racing track, more of an overtaking track. So we should see some good racing here today with these drivers. But Zyklon will definitely have to be looking over his shoulder this week with Finn in the lobby. Ireland is saying let's go, ready up. And here we go, so all drivers are ready. Just waiting for drivers to select their weekend tyre strategy. If you go for the softer option, you get nice 4 fresh sets of soft tyres for your quali. Go for the balance, you get a set of mediums. And the harder strategy, I think, is no different between the balance strategy, except you get an extra set of mediums for the race. Alright, looks like a bit of an overcast day for quali. Let's get some details up for you. There's your fitted tyres so far. Posted has gone on for a wet tyre. This Q1 session's a bit of a... Official DTV has joined the session. He's a driver who can definitely score points in this league. So those who selected the intermediate tyre might want to change that, because DTV will be able to set a lap if you can select the car. Then comes the Ferraris coming out on the intermediate tyre. I'm going to follow Zyklon in his opening hot lap. Track limits are an issue at Canada. You have got to be pinpoint on where you put the car. Otherwise you're risking validating laps, especially here. Right by the World Champions in the last chicane. It's very fast, but you've got to nail it. And Zyklon coming into turn 1, nicks a little bit of inside curb onto the apex of turn 2. Lovely there. For Zyklon, a little bit of oversteer on exit. Drops it in for 3 and 4. Nice and smooth. 5 should be nice and flat, and then you've got to get your braking zone nailed for turn 6. 7's a bit slippery on exit. The car just always wants to pull out wide with a bit of understeer there. Turn 8 and 9 again, a little fast chicane. Easy to invalidate your laps there, but Zyklon's navigated his way through there beautifully into the hairpin of turn 10. A little bit late on the brakes there for Zyklon. Didn't quite make the apex of turn 10. Now it's nice and flat until you've got to pick your braking zone for the final chicane, turns 12 and 13. Zyklon's navigate that nice. It's going to be a nice early quick lap time here for Zyklon, and it's a 1:08.8 on his opening lap. That is a brilliant banker there for Zyklon. Roll high lad up, and he's invalidated his first run. Pilot with a 10.4. The roll high lad's going to go again into turn 1. A bit early, he had to make an adjustment on the steering wheel, and it's compromised his exit with turn 2. Into 3 and 4 again, easily invalidated there on the entry of 4. Into turn 6, turn 7. He's at the apex beautifully there, and he's got a nice drive out of turn 7 onto the DRS straight. 3 DRS zones here at Canada. And again, through the chicane beautifully there for the Renault driver. He's going to pick up a little bit of toe here from ex-pilot, who really does need to get out of the way here. He's going to compromise Roll High Lad's lap a little bit, but he does manage to get out of the way there, ex-pilot. Now let's see if Roll High Lad's got the composure and the skill to get through the fast chicane at the end of the lap. No invalidations, little bit of exit curb, shortest run to the line if you hug the right hand side. And ex-pilot, Roll High Lad puts himself with a 10 flat up into P4. Alex with a 9.2. P3. Drive Forever there with a 9 flat. That's a very representable time. The Drive Forever puts him right in the mix. So Rod Diaz invalidated his initial run. He's on his second hot lap. A Haas man, let's see how this Haas works through the fast chicane. Well, he's going to invalidate. Yeah, he just got his entry a bit wrong there, the Haas man. Matt's out on his out lap. He's going to start a flying lap in this Q1 session. And there are yellow flags ahead of Matt. And it looks like a Williams of Roland just getting out of the way of a car. Shouldn't compromise Matt too much. A lot of short shifting. Matt's not using any energy, so I think he's backed out this lap already. Answer with a 10.6 on his first run. Alex is retired from the session. Alex retired in the pits. I think they're just setting laps and just getting into the Q2 session. I think Matt's just going to set this lap and probably retire. Vindiam goes fastest with a 108.6, and Matt puts himself P6 with a 9.8. Matt's definitely got more time in the car. DTV is joined back. Roll High Lad's just doing some sighter laps here. Just getting his eye in for the Q2 Q run. Again, not quite got the line in 1 and 2. These will open it up a little bit more, and he'll have a much better drive out of turn 2. And there's that invalidation on turn 3, sorry, very easily done. I think Matt will box the car. Arctic up in P5 with a 9.4. That's a good time from Arctic. That's the overcast is turning into a nice day. Sun's out, clouds are parting. Track will be warming up and ramping up. So we expect to see the times drop in the Q2 session if the weather stays the way it is. Mr. Rod Diaz is out on another outlap. He's refueled the car. I think he's selected the same set of soft tyres. And Finn obviously has retired from the session. He's easily done enough there. But 1086. Important not to get this and next lap invalidation. So Rod Diaz has done that perfectly. And he's off on his run. Nicks a nice bit of curb. Onto the apex of turn 2. Lovely. Nice drive on his way to turns 3 and 4. Paul not to invalidate on the... Oh, and he missed the entry, but he got it on the exit. Alex is out on another outlap. Same set of tyres, he set his 1092 on. We're going to ride on board with Alex, see if he can improve on that time in his Q1 session. See what Alex does here, if he continues. What you don't want to do, as everyone is getting through, you don't want to pull it into the wall. Alex is going to start hot lap. As the Ferrari engine on the Haas screaming down the pit straight. That's a nice line for 2. Which had a little bit of oversteer, but he corrected that lovely. Into turns 3 and 4. Alex 2 tenths up in his time, so he's looking at like an 8-9 already, Alex. Down the second DRS straight of the lap. Under the tunnel, just brake just as you come. Oh, we're a bit late there for Alex. Mr. Rod Diaz will complete a lap. It's a 1:11.6 for Mr. Rod Diaz. So I think that will round off Q1, I think, and we can get into the good stuff for Q2. Surprised not to see DTV in this session. Alex has retired the car. Just 2 more cars. Just need to retire, and then we can move on to Q2. So Finnis definitely gave Zyklon championship leader by a long way, Zyklon. Something to think about this week. He's not going to have it all his own way, and especially with Drive Forever, just a couple of attempts back. Valix looks like he's got some more time in his lap as well, so Zyklon could be under pressure from a few other drivers, including Finn. Mr. Rod Diaz is going to continue on. Other than 11 flat that time, improves his time by 6 tenths. He's just getting his eye in here, Mr. Rod Diaz. Taking this opportunity to get a few laps under his belt. Understand the track a bit better. I think Rollhard lad is out on track as well in the Renault. He is. He's just going through turns 1 and 2 now. And each driver just taking this opportunity as basically a Q1 practice session just to get a few laps under their belt. Like I said, understand the track. Just braking a little bit too late there for the chicane. It's compromising his entry and exit here, Mr. Rod Diaz. See how our lad's getting on. Into the hairpin. Again, a little bit early on the brakes for Roll High Lad there. And he's going to box the car. I think he's going to retire from the session. So the Ferraris of Postulad and Breezy have saved themselves a set of soft tyres here for Q2. So they'll have a few goes at getting into the top 10 of Ferraris. So watch out for their pace. Everyone else seems to have used and burnt up a set of soft tyres. I expect Finn and Zyklon, Drive Forever, Valix and possibly Arctic to select a set of mediums for the Q2 session to try and get an optimal race strategy. Mr. Rod Diaz has obviously fueled the car up. It looks like he's just running on a bit of medium energy. He is near on the 10th up on his Sector 1 time, so whatever he's doing, he is learning where he's losing time or where he's going to gain time. These are 7-lap olds soft, so there'll be a 10th up in Sector 1. It's definitely progress for Mr. Rod Diaz. Oh, bit of oversteer on exit. Corrects it nicely though. Didn't let that car get away from him. And he has lost near on a 10th in Sector 2. Again, oversteer, the rear tyres really complaining now. Doing 7 laps. They must be at their limit almost. And he's going to go round again. 2 minutes left in the session. See what his Sector 3 time brings him. Has he gained any time? 11.2, so he's 2/10 of his best time on these worn tyres. So he has got definitely on a fresh set of boots. He's definitely got a better time in than what he's running. Roll Lad's coming out again. He's refueled the car. Come out again. Again, this is just like a little practice run for these drivers, and they're using the time well, I believe. This is good knowledge for these drivers. I think this is what you want to do in a session like this. Into turn 1. Let's see what his turn 2 is like. He's pinching himself on the curb and he's gave himself a little bit of leeway. Now he's going to get a better drive out of 2. Up onto 3. Through 3 and 4. Nice speed carried through. 5's just flat. And he's a 10th up on his time, Roll Hard Lad. That puts him in like a 1:09.9. That's about where you want to be. Under the bridge. Now's his braking zone. Car working well. Front end of the car working lovely there on the Renault. Carries a nice bit of speed through the chicane. Now he's got his braking zone for the hairpin. He's actually purple Sector 2 here, Roll Hard Lad. Oh, that's a better line. Now the apex. Now he's got a lovely drive onto the straight. That's going to help him all the way to the braking zone. All that speed he got under traction will just push him nicely along down this back straight into the braking zone now. Again, the nose of the car working very well. Nice speed carry through the chicane. Short his run to the line, and he improves his time by near on 3/10. Puts himself P6. So Roll Hard Lad's got a much better lap on with a fresh set of boots. And that's a confidence builder there for Roll Hard Lad. Nice lap. And he does actually retire now he's set that lap. And the Q1 session is finished. We're just waiting for Mr. Rod Diaz to complete his last lap. And he must have fueled the car for at least about 10 laps, surely. A good little session here. for Roll Hard Lad and Mr. Rod Diaz using the time well. Let's see if he can. Is he going to improve on his last lap? At 10.7. But yeah, some nice practice there for the drivers, especially Roll Hard Lad and Mr. Rod Diaz. Really used the time well. So Finn the Young Quick is in session with an 8.6. It's about 2.5 temps just, give or take. Well, a bit less for Zyklon. In P2, Drive Forever P3, Valix P4, Arctic P5, Roll Hard Lad P6 after his practice run, Matt's P7, Roland P8, Island P9, Ex-Pilot P10, Ants 11th, Rod Diaz 12th, man from Brazil, Alex is 13th, Postal Lad 14th and Breezy 15th. They set their times on inters and saved a set of soft tyres, which isn't really a bad way to go for the Ferraris. I expect they're going to be out early, the Ferraris, on them fresh softs. Everyone else burn up a set of softs. So let's just see. Yeah, like I expected, Zyklon straight on the mediums. So Drive Forever on the mediums. They're going to try and get on that optimal tyre strategy. Who else has checked the mediums on? Islands put a set of mediums on as well. Trying to sneak into Q3 with a set of mediums. Get that optimal race strategy. There's the Ferrari coming out early as I called. Next Posty Lad is going to be out first. So Posty Lad, well actually he's been pipped by Alex in the Alfa Romeo. Posty Lad wants to get through and get that clean out, and he has got through. We'll follow Posty Lad on his first lap in Q2. See what tyre Finn has chose. He's out on that lap on the set of softs actually, so he's not worried about getting on that optimal medium strategy. He's going to go for raw pace this session. It's Posty Lad now comes into the final chicane. No invalidations. He's going to start his flying lap in this Q2 session. Goes a nice bit of speed through one, nicks a bit of curb. Now like a double shift up to fourth to mitigate that bit of wheel spin you get there. Nice big, oh, he's big oversteer and he's in the barrier. Posty Lad is out of the session. That didn't quite go to plan for the Ferrari driver there, as I think Alex breezes past with a 19.4 sector 1. The car really does like to understeer towards that wall. But let's see how Alex handles his braking zone under the bridge. Well, a little bit late on the brakes. For Alex, just compromise his exit. But 41.4 for his sector 2 split. Nice drive, nice throttle application there for Alex, coming out of that hairpin. Now you just got to pick your braking zone, get the car turned in, back on the power, and avoid that wall of champions. Alex very conservative, didn't want to invalidate his first run. Like a banker lap for Alex, just wants to get time on the board. And he puts a 9.9 in. Oh, 9.4, sorry. 9.4 for Alex. Not bad banker lap there. Drive Forever with a 9.6 on the medium. That's not bad either. Matched by Island. 9.6 on the medium for Island. That's a decent lap. 15.5. So Roll Hard Lad's made a mistake on his first run in the Q2 session. Here comes Ex-Pilot, Alex's teammate. Bit of oversteer and exit. To the line. The 10.1 for Ex-Pilot. Puts himself in Q4. In a P4. Mr. Rod Diaz with an 11.8 on a set of mediums. Not a bad lap there from Mr. Rodriguez. Our team with a 9 flat. Goes quickest in session. Breezy with a 9.2. Oh, I've been removed from my own party. What's going on there? Well, hopefully the stream's alright. I had to really put myself in a party for some reason. I got kicked out of my own party. Oh. See what Royal High Lad does here. Has he got enough fuel to go around again? We've got no fuel like blinking on the MFD, and he is going to box the car, refuel, regroup, and go again. Zyklon's out on that lap. Let's see what sort of... Zyklon has chosen the soft tyre here. He was on the set of mediums, but he's now on the set of soft tyres, so he's going to match Finn the strategy. Finn's not had a very good lap, a 10.5. So Finn on the back foot early on. Oh, Zyklon nips the wall. Champions there. One want to do that on his hot lap. Got away with it on his out lap. And he has got Valix screaming out the pit lane there. Just put him off a little bit. Drops it down for 3 and 4. Beautiful line there for Valix. Really carries nice speed and goes purple sector 1. Oh, he's compromised a little bit on exit there. It's a bit close to that inside curb. He couldn't put the power down as he wanted. That's cost him a few tenths there. And he's invalidated through the chicane. There's Zyklon on the back foot in Q2. Matt's on a set of mediums now. See what sort of time Matt can put across the line. And he nails the chicane. Doesn't make the mistake that Zyklon made. And Matt goes purple sector 2, 41.3 split time. Doesn't quite make the apex of the hairpin, but there's a few lines you can take round there. Oh, that short shift to 8 might cost him a little bit of straight line speed. Doesn't quite get to max revs at the end of the long straight. Means he's got a bit more straight line speed on his setup he can use, but he does set a 9.6 and matches Ireland's 9.6. I mean, Drive Forever's done a 9.1 on the set of mediums on his second run. That should give Drive Forever a Q3 slot on the set of mediums. Ireland, Matt, Arntz, ex-pilot now on a set of medium tyres. Not sure if he's going to beat his initial soft run, but he's going to give it a go. Finn the now has switched strategies and chose the medium tyre. See what Zyklon does. Roll High Lad starting his lap on a set of medium tyres. He's going to try and sneak in the Q3 here. Try and get an optimal race strategy. Nice line into 1. Much better line there for Roll High Lad. In 2, he learned a lot out of that Q1 session. Carrying nice speed through the first sector. And he's over a second up on his initial time. Yeah, the front end of this Renault does work really well through the chicanes. It's got a nice balance in it. 2.3 seconds up on his time now. Nice drive out of the hairpin. It's going to benefit him all the way down this straight. DRS bang on opened. Into the braking zone. Don't want to invalidate it. And he hasn't. Nice speed carried through. DRS open again. Shortest run to the line. What has Roll High Lad got in his locker? It's a 9.4. Puts himself P2 on a set of mediums. That might sneak him in here. Let's put a lot of pressure on these guys down here, like Matt Arntz and ex-pilot are right on the bubble. Ex-pilot's out on the set of mediums. Finn de Jong out on the set of mediums. We're going to follow Finn's lap. See what Finn can do on his first run on a medium tyre. And Finn now winds it up. Carries the shortest run into turn 1. Oh, big lock up. As he loaded that tyre up, as he turned in a little bit too. Well, he's on the brakes a bit late. Down to 4. Nice speed. Finn is going to go purple sector 1. Despite that big lock up in turn 1. Using all the track available there, Finn. Really kept his foot in well there. A 40.78 is definitely the fastest sector 2 time we've seen. Oh, bit loose in the hairpin. Really had to wait for the car to put the power down. Maybe not quite got the nose of the car hooked up as well as he wants here, Finn. But this could be the fastest lap of the session. Let's see how he handles the world champion. Let's see how this AlphaTauri works. Oh, he's nailed it. This is going to be a very quick time. It's going to be an 8.6 on the set of medium. That is amazing. Amazing lap from Finn de Jong. Brilliant. That was a joy to watch. I thought he got it all wrong in turn 1 with that massive lock-up. But from that moment on, he nailed every part of the track. Finn will definitely go through with an 8.6 on a set of mediums. So Arntz has now opted for the soft strategy to try and get himself into Q3. Roland's done a 9.9. These are representable medium times. Anyone that's got below the 10 flat threshold on a set of mediums has got some really good pace. Breezy is retired with a 9.2. He thinks he's done enough to get into Q3. I'll say that. I think Zyklon now 8.9 for Zyklon on a set of medium, so he did follow Finn's strategy. He must have been keeping tabs on what Finn was doing, and he's stayed on the same strategy as Finn. That's clever from Zyklon. Ex-Pilots invalidated this run. Mr. Rodriguez out on 6 lap old medium tyres here. He needs to probably box and put a set of softs on if he's going to have any chance of getting into the top 10. 3.9 seconds off the pace. Mr. Rodriguez was he's using this session as well for a bit of a race practice. See what Ex-Pilot does here. If he goes on, we'll follow him. If he boxes, we'll find someone else. He's going to go on. And I hope that isn't this and next lap invalidation. Hot lap enabled. He is using energy. Coming into turn 1 now. Nick's a little bit of inside curb. Not the best turn 2. He had a bit of understeer. He just had to wait to apply the power. Waiting for that nose of the car to turn. Big oversteer. That is a carbon copy of exactly what Postelad did. And Ex-Pilot is out of the session. That's disappointing from Ex-Pilot. Ireland's going to try and improve his time. Stay on the medium strategy and improve his time with a 9.6. The tyres, to be fair to Ireland, look in really good condition, these mediums. Remember, if he does get through to Q3, these will be his starting tyres, so he really don't want to take any energy out of them that he has to. Let's just see what Ireland does here. He's going to go on for a hot lap, and that's this and next lap invalidation, I'm sure of it. So Ireland might get around to start another lap depending on his fuel levels. But Valix is going to come out to cement his position in Q3. Alex is out on track here. We pick Alex up coming out of turn 2 on a soft tyre. Alex is at a 9.4, P7 at the minute, so he's like Valix, he just wants to cement his position in Q3. He's got a bit of traffic as Valix gets out of the way well. Ireland's got out of the way well as well for Alex. That's a better line under the bridge for Alex. Much better than his first initial run that he set the 9.4 on. This should be, he's near on 4 attempts up and a purple sector. Doesn't make the apex, but gets a nice drive out of the hairpin. DRS activated at 207, 208 miles an hour into the braking zone. Navigates the chicane well, and Alex with a 9 flat goes P4. That should get him through to Q3. But he has got a lot of cars behind him. Drive Forever now opting for a soft strategy. He didn't feel comfortable on the mediums. I actually think he would have been safe on his medium time of a 9-1. But his teammate Roai Lad also out. And we picked Valix up on his hot lap. Into turn 1 for Valix. Nails it. I think he could do turn 2 a bit better. Again, waiting for the nose of the car to turn to put the power down. Carries nice speed through 3 and 4. He is a 10th up on his time, Valix. Oh, a bit loose. Front end of that car looked a bit loose on that curb there. He may have lost a couple of tenths here. We'll see what his sector 2 split time is. Oh, using all the track on the left hand side. Very brave, because there's a little barrier that sticks out there for Valix. He was inch perfect, 4 attempts up. And a purple sector. Down to first. Lets the car rotate. Got a bit of understeer on exit. Sort of top end speed this Ferrari engine's got in it. Alex hit 2.8. 206 miles an hour. So Alex is running a little bit more or less downforce, I think, than Valix. Or maybe that's to ride height, but Valix goes P2. That is a very good time. 1:08.8 for Valix. Big Drive Forever out. Let's see if he completes this lap, because I think he could go through on a medium tyre. The optimal strategy is the medium. Start the race on. Let's see if he completes this lap. Drive Forever is actually just near on 2 tenths up on his time. Big lock up into the hairpin, but now's the apex. Beautiful drive out. Renault working really well through that piece of track. Alex is retired, thinks he's done enough, and I think he's right. Let's just see what Drive Forever does here. Is he going to complete this lap? He is in P6, and he is going to complete the lap. That's actually surprised me, because I thought we might want to. No, he's going to back out of it. He's going to back out of it. And there we go, yeah, he's going to stick to the medium strategy. So that's really smart from Drive Forever. Really smart. There's like Island snuck through on his medium run here. Arntz will be the first man with a fresh tyre choice in B11. So Arntz has got a free strategy choice. He can choose some soft, medium or hards and have a nice fresh tyre. Arntz, I think, just ran out of fuel. Comes across the line, he actually beats his time. So I think Arntz man got himself into Q3 if he had a bit more fuel. That's unlucky for Dr. Erlin. But that rounds off Q2. So again, the man quickest in session is Finn de Jong. He has got a 5-place grid penalty. Actually, that's not going to do him any favours at all. But an 8.6 for Finn. Valix with an 8.2 with a 8.8 with on a set of soft tyres. Then comes Zyklon with an 8.9 on the mediums. He was mirroring whatever Finn was doing. He stuck on the same strategy as Finn. Didn't want to get caught out on strategy. But then we've got Arctic P4, Alex P5, Drive Forever's P6, Breezy P7 into Q3. Yeah, so we had Matt, who else was there? Arctic and Rollhard Lab was rounding off the top 10. Some details up there. So that's the top 10 shootout. Fastest time wins. It's going to be interesting between Zyklon and Finn. I'm expecting about an 8.2. 1:08.2 for pole here. Finn's going to come out nice and early. And we're going to follow Finn de Jong round on his first hot lap. Nice short shifting. He doesn't take any energy out of his tyres and what he has to. There you go, just putting a little bit of heat into the front tyres there. AMS Dan has joined. I've not seen this guy before. I'm not sure if the lobby's unopen. I'm not quite sure who that is. Him again, generating a little bit of heat in the front tyres. He's going to wind up for his first run in the Q3 session. Again, he hugs the right hand side. A lot of people like open left and then throw him right. Finn likes to hug the right hand side into turn 1. Bit of a wheel spin on exit for Finn there, into 3 and 4. Nice speed carried through 3 and 4. Ireland's actually left the session. Finn with an 18.8 for his sector 1 time. Oh, the car just drifted out. It always does that in that corner as you apply. It's a bit off camber there. It just pushes you out wide. Finn almost caught out. .2. That's about as quick as he went in Q2 in his sector 2 split time. Now it's all about your braking zone. Pick your braking zone, get the nose of the car turned in, back on the power off, avoid the world champions. Easier said than done, I'm sure. And Finn's done that beautifully. That was a lovely chicane from Finn. Powering to the line, it's a 107.8. I thought the pole time would be an 8.2. But Finn has just blown that straight out of the water. And Zyklon's invalidated his first run. And that's going to put a lot of pressure on Zyklon. AMS Planky, or Placky, he needs to brush his teeth. I'm not sure who that guy is. And Ireland has joined back. He might have a few frame rate issues. Alright, let's just see what Zyklon can do here. Can he match Finn's time? 107.8. That's probably the quickest time I've seen at Canada. Brilliant lap from Finn. I'm glad he was riding on board with that. That was lovely. I will watch that back later. And here comes Zyklon. Can Zyklon muster any sort of challenge to Finn? The into turn 1. Nicks a lot of inside curb. Little wife ship the 3. So it doesn't wheel spin up the rear tyres. Into 4. Drops it in nice. Now he's got to carry that speed through. And he has done. Zyklon carrying a nice bit of speed through sector 1, and he's gone purple. So he's matching Finn in sector 1. That's about exit here. He's got a nice drive onto the DRS straight. Braking zone under the tunnel. Using all the track. You see that barrier on the left hand side that sticks out. I've seen that catch out many a driver. But Zyklon has navigated his way through perfectly. Now into the braking zone or the hairpin. Nails the apex beautifully. Now he's got to look for the drive out. Can Zyklon get himself anywhere near the 107s? Pressure's on for Torbjorn. Into the... Oh, he's invalidated. He invalidated it. It was looking like a good lap. Even with that little 108.6 it would have been. But I reckon it would have been a much quicker if he just nailed the throttle like he wanted to without the invalidation. So Zyklon, I think Zyklon's got the pace. Pick up Ireland, who did lag out, but he's back in. Breezy out the way well. Breezy with a 9.4, matching his Q2 time. Nice and consistent there for Breezy. So Ireland's going to start his hot lap, winding it up. Not using any energy yet. And there goes the energy. See what Ireland can do here in a Red Bull. Coming into turn 1. Now's turn 1. The apex just got a bit away from him there as he caught a little bit of understeer. Very close to the wall there for Ireland. He's kept his foot in and gone purple sector 1. He's going to validate that, yeah. Unlucky for Ireland, he was looking good. Purple sector 1, he's got some pace in the Red Bull. And here's Cyclone that. He's going to box regroup, put a fresh set of tyres on and see if he can get anywhere near Finn's time. I mean, Valix on a 108.6, he's got a first beat Valix. Drive Forever 108.6 as well. Alex ain't far back with an 8.9. Really, really good times here. 9.0 for Arctic, that's a very representable time. And Breeze with a 9.4, that's decent as well. So some quick times in this Q1 session. Who's that just blasting past the pit straight? It's Ireland again on his second run on these tyres. It's a nice drive out of 2. Coming into 3 and 4. A little bit of oversteer on next as the rear tyres just complained with the throttle application, but he managed to grab that pretty quick. That's a nice line. Oh, big oversteer again. Put the throttle down, the rear tyres just complaining a little bit for the Red Bull driver. Now into the chicane. Doesn't do what he done last time. Keeps it valid. In the with a 10.5 improves his time. That's definitely gave Torbjorn something to think about. Now's the apex. That's a beautiful drive out the hairpin for the Red Bull. It's looking good for Ireland. DRS open, bang on the line. What's he going to hit top speed here? 2.526. Into the braking zone. Had to make a little adjustment on the throttle. Couldn't carry the speed in he wanted to, but he's going to go with a 9.4. He matches Breezy's 9.4. Puts himself P7. And here comes Matt with 41.3 sector 2 time. Matt not using all the track on the left hand side to really open that up. He's carried nice speed through. See what sort of time Matt can put across here. So 9.7 P8 from Matt. I think he's just going to go straight onto another lap here. 3 minutes 30 remaining in the session. Oh, big oversteer, but Matt held on to that so well. 19.5. Currently purple sector 1 for Matt, even with that big oversteer moment as the rear tyres said, oh, I can't hang on to that, that's too much throttle for me. Matt grabbed hold of it and said, you are going to hang on to that. Really good save there from Matt. He's half a tenth up in his time. Nice drive out of the hairpin, little short shift to third to mitigate any wheel spin. And again, a short shift up from 7th to 8th, and I think that's really holding the momentum at a racing point. But he's going to make 207 miles an hour. Oof, God. Thought I was going to end up straight through the paddock then. Alright, so drivers who haven't set a lap, surprisingly enough, championship leader Zyklon yet to put a valid time on the board in Q1. He's put himself under a lot of pressure as he does come out of the pit lane now. And Rollhard lad as well needs to set a valid time. We've got Drive Forever just about to start a hot lap. P3 108.6. He just needs to find less than half a tenth and he can jump P2 man Valix here. He's got a bit of traffic coming out of the pit lane. It's a bit unfortunate on his lap. He's going to have a bit of traffic to navigate through. Oh, nice speed code through there. Little upshift to 6th. But goes purple. And he's doing enough to beat Valix so far. That's not a very good line there. He's going to have to wait to put the power on. AMX Placky's joined again. Who is this guy? Oh, he's invalidated it. But he has got enough time to regroup and go again. Alex is out on a hot lap. Or he's finished a hot lap into P4, goes Alex with an 8.9. JJ Hudson has joined. I know JJ, he's a fair driver. I'm not sure who these other guys is, AMS Plackin and all that lot. I hope they're not stupid. We've had a few hot laps from Ireland. We've got Roll High Lad and we've got Zyklon now. This is going to be a big lap for Zyklon. This is a pressure lap. He's not got another chance to get a valid time on the board. He's got to nail this lap. Pressure lap for the Mercedes. Championship leader into turns 1 and 2. Now, oh, big oversteer on the exit as he put the throttle down. But he hung on to that well like Matt. And he's a 9 flat. He's going to go purple sector 1 Zyklon. I said pressure lap. Oh, that's not the best entry into that chicane. And it would have cost him a few tenths there. Zyklon hugging the right hand side. Shortish run. Lets it drift wide into the chicane under the bridge. He's got a lovely line through there. Carried nice minimum apex speed. Now he's got to nail the braking zone for the hairpin. Get the nose of the car turned in and back on the power. Now's the hairpin. Little short shift to third. Decent drive. Oh, that's going to cost him a bit of straight line speed on the grass. See what sort of top end this Merc's got in it. 207 into the braking zone, nose in and back out again. What's Zyklon got across the line? Has he got enough for pole position? 1082 for Zyklon. It's a decent lap, but it's just not quite good enough to beat Finn. And Finn is on another lap. I think Finn's going to box the car. He's going to box the car. Alex has crossed the line. Alex is invalidated. Arctic maybe nicking a little bit of slipstream here on his rival island. This is going to get a bit interesting. He's going to give his mate a bit of slipstream here. He's hugging the right hand side. Fair play. Norwegians working well together. Let's see what Arctic can put across the line here. Is he good enough to improve his grid position? It's not. But he does improve his time by a tenth. Roja Lad did not set a valid time in that lap. Nice grid position for Breezy in the Ferrari. My old car, P6. That is your top 10 there. So Finn the with a 107.5. That's just jaw-dropping time from Finn the Unbelievable. That does conclude Q3. There's your Q3 classified. Remember, Finn the has got a 5-place grid penalty, so he will not start P1, but he is pole position with a 7.5. Zyklon P2, Valix is P3, Drive Forever P4, Alex P5, Breezy P6, Arctic P7, Matt's P8, Island P9, and Roja Lad is P10. I just need to take a quick bathroom break. I will be back. Alright. We have got a few. I mean, I know Carroll. I think he drives in this league. I'm not sure about these AMS guys. I'm not sure what Ants wants to do about this. Who are these guys? Oh, yep. So AMS Placky's okay. Just seen that in the Discord. Alright, I think we're going to have like a little bit of a lull while we just sort this out. We are readying up, just like we're going. Let's just hope these guys are clean and they keep it nice and clean during the race. JJ's left as he could not get a seat. Alright, here we go for the formation lap. Zyklon will lead us round as Finn took that grid penalty. So there's your tyre choices. So let's have a look. So Zyklon, Drive Forever, Finn the Island, Roll High Lad, and Ants actually promotes into P10 there. So I think Matt may have had a grid penalty as well because he was in the Q3 session. So something must have happened between Matt and Finn the Ants selects a nice fresh set of medium tyres. Fair enough for Ants. Ex-pilot Matt, Placky, Dan and Carroll all on the mediums outside of the top 10. Posted Lad, Rod Diaz, DTV and Hamilton on the set of softs. Roland's on a set of fresh softs as well. Alex, Breezy and Arctic and Valix Q2'd on a set of softs, getting to Q3. We've got some split strategies all the way through the field here. This could be really interesting. Be interesting to see if Finn the can get through the traffic and after Zyklon. Zyklon has just got to break away from this pack on his opening laps and hope Finn gets caught up in a bit of traffic. Breezy in my old car, P5, doing really well representing the Ferraris. So there we go, watch DTV, he's a very, very quick driver. I've seen him in a few other leagues. He can definitely come through the field here. ABR Hamilton, I've seen the game attack but I've not raced with him. AMS Placky, I've not raced with him either, neither AMS Dan, so they're a bit of an unknown quantity, but hopefully they're clean drivers as the grid forms up. And I think that's Posted Lad there, playing a bit of a skullduggery. Letting everyone's tyres cool down while he rejoins. And here we go, NRC round 12, circuit de Gilles Villeneuve. Around Canada, and they're away, lights that, and they're off. Zyklon covering off Valix into turn 1. Valix is trying to get around the outside. Zyklon has that covered nice and easy. Finn the has had a blistering start up to P3. And that is exactly what he needed. Alex going wheel to wheel here. Oh, actually, I think that's a bit of a visual glitch there. I think, yeah, we got visual glitches on the left-hand side. We've got a few cars ghosting into sector 1. But there's Roland in the Williams. Looking racing behind the Merc of Ants. Who's that getting out of shape there? That looked like ex-pilot there. ABR Hamilton's had a good start from the back of the grid, up to P14. Mr. Rod Diaz making a move on DTV. In the McLaren, who's not had the best of starts there. DTV's down in P17. Oh, there's an incident there. Arntz has been spun around. And he's just going to cut the grass there. That's a shame for Arntz. He's got a yellow flag. Hopefully he's got no wing damage. And there's AMS Dan at the back of the grid as well. Just say he's had a spot. I think Arntz has got away with no wing damage. Matt making a move on Carroll. And there are cars filing into the box. So a lot of wing damage on the opening laps. There's a predicted pit stop strategies powered by AWS. Looks like it's a double stop all the way. From the perspective of Roland in the Williams, who started on them soft tyres. Postal's had a good start. He's up to P10 in the Ferrari off the back of the grid. He's going to chase down Ireland, Rohalad and Alex ahead of him. Finn de Jong now pressuring Breezy in the Ferrari. Using a bit of overtake here. Finn de Jong will want to try and get this move done. Breezy goes defensive and covers that line off beautifully there. Breezy's going to have his wing mirrors full though of AlphaTauri or Finn de Jong. He's not going to give this one up. He's still burning some overtake here, Finn. And now he decides he moves to the inside. He's going to try and get one late on the brakes. But Breezy covers that off well. Good defending there for Breezy on Finn de Jong. Zytekon has actually made a 1.7 second gap to Alex. So he's doing what he needs to do early on. He's just break away from the pack. Got movers again. We've got Roland going out here with Posty Lad. So he's had a terrible hairpin. Now Posty Lad's going to try and get down the inside. This is going to be tight into the braking zone. Posty Lad's going to control that line and he actually boxes the car. Posty Lad has had an incident and gone into the pits. But AMS Placky ran down the inside, controls the inside line, the McLaren up into the top 10. That's a good line. We've got Rowan Lad and Ireland going at it wheel to wheel on the way to turn 3. And Rohan Lad does a sensible thing, backs out of it, follows him through. No point running the race there as Finn de Jong has got past Breezy. And straight on to the back of Alex. And straight past Alex by the looks of it. Inside line for Finn, outside line for Alex. Alex hangs it out. Good defending, Alex ain't having none of it. Alex cuts him off as well. Finn goes down the inside, brilliant racing from these two. Into the braking zone of the hairpin. Alex will control the inside line. Can Finn get it done on the outside under traction? Alex on the soft tyre. Alex should have enough, but Finn is through and past. So Finn now up to P3. Looking good, and Breezy looks like he wants to get involved. Breezy's gone past Alex. That's a good move there from Breezy, very opportunist. And Breezy's up to P4. And now Finn de Jong now on the charge. He's going to try and chase down Drive Forever. This is where it's going to start to get a little bit more difficult for Finn de Jong. Drive Forever is a very, very quick driver. Let's see what Finn's got in the locker. 2.5 seconds of gap to Zyklon. So these drivers have really got to try and close that gap to Zyklon, otherwise he will just pull away and run away with it. Alex still pressuring Breezy. And Alex just 9/10 behind Arctic and with some DRS. And Amos Placky, he looks like a very quick driver. He's come through the field well here. He's on the back of Rohan Lad. But the McLaren looks like he wants to get through this grid. Is he going to go down the inside of the hairpin? Late on the brakes, controls the inside line. That looks like a very good move there from Amos Placky. And he's now up to P9. And he's got Ireland of the Red Bull ahead of him. Oh yeah, these drivers that have just come in. I mean, Placky looks like a good guy. He looks fast. Rohan Lad had a little look up the inside, but that's never going to be on from that far back in that corner. But he's had a much better exit here, Rohan Lad. And he's got himself back past Placky, wheel to wheel into the braking zone. Placky's gone very deep trying to defend the inside line. Rohan Lad goes round the outside. That's a good move from Rohan Lad. Set out well, let Placky make a mistake and punished him. Good driving there from Rohan Lad in the Renault. But that has invited Roland onto the back of this little fight. Looking down the grid, Sir Rod Diaz. He's just 8/10 behind ex-pilot. Arntz needs to close in on this gap and get himself into DRS range. But Arntz is going to go long on the medium tyres. There are a lot of medium runners ahead of him though. We're in much better positions. And look at this, we've got a nice little three-way battle here. Oh, Valix, it looks like he's really struggling at the minute. Is that Valix? Who is that in? There is Valix going backwards at the minute. P8 for Valix. I'm not sure what's happened here to Valix, but he's lost a number of positions. And he got swamped by drivers. This is going to be an interesting race. We've got Breezy, Arctic, Alex, Island, Valix, Rollhard Lad, and AMS Placky. Roland's in the back. Look at them all down the pit straight. Unbelievable from NRC tonight. This is a really good opening few laps. This is what we've been waiting for. We've had some really tough street races, and now we're getting to a decent racetrack where we can go racing. We've got Rollhard Lad and Placky having a nice scrap here. Placky looks like he's got a better drive onto the DRS straight, and he's going to carry that speed. Here goes Placky down the inside. He's going to get chased into this braking zone, but Placky's got the move done already. And now he's back in. Well, he's up to P8 now. Really good drive from Placky. Rollhard Lad now in the slipstream. Is he going to go late on the brakes? Placky covers the line, almost runs into the back of Alex, locks the massive lock up. Alex was just minding his own business in the hairpin. He almost got wiped. Breezy now starting to become a bit of a bottleneck. Starting to hold these drivers up behind him. Breezy into P4. And Placky. Oh, look at that, there's a Renault. That must be a safety car. That is on the racing line, and I think Valix. Oh, lucky it ghosted because Valix runs straight through it. That is a safety car. Big impact there for Rollhard Lad at the World Champions. Alex boxes just at the right time there. Onto the medium tyres. This could be a really good stop for Alex. God, what an impact that was. That was like a Kevin Magnussen one. There we are, first safety car of the day. But that was some really good opening laps from NRC there. Really good racing. But let's just have a look at some position changes while we've got the safety car. So we've got Finn the Yum who's up 4. Obviously Zyklon started pole. Remains in first place. So Finn the Yum up 4. Drive Forever started 3rd. Remains 3rd. Breezy's up 1. Arctic's up 2. Island is up 2. AMS Placky 11 places gained. Really driving well. Looks like a really good driver, Placky. Roland's up 3. Alex is down 7. Probably not the biggest loss of the grid, because I can see Alex down there in P9, but he has boxed. So Alex down 7 positions off the start. Pilot's up 2. Diaz is up 3. Good start from Rod Diaz. Arns is down 2. There's Alex, but he has boxed. He's down 9. Hosty Lad's up 1. Hamilton up 2. Carroll's up 4. Matt's down 4. DTV's down 2. Rollhard Lad and AMS down. Dan. They're both DNF'd. So here we go, everyone filing into the pits. Let's see what sort of tyres the grid have put on here. A lot of them selecting a medium tyre. Island's actually gone for the long strategy on the hard tyre. He's going to try not to box. It's a very long stint on a hard tyre though. So we'll see how that plays out for Island. Everyone else seems to have boxed for the medium. The MS Plack is elected to stay out, feeling very comfortable on his medium run, as his ex-pilot. Everyone else seems to have boxed the car. Let's have a look at the stops. Yeah, so the only 2 drivers yet to stop are ex-pilot and Placky. Placky now up to P2 from the back of the grid. What start he's made. Ex-pilot's had a good one as well. But that was a very good opening few laps there from NRC. Some really good wheel-to-wheel racing. That's what we've been waiting for. Like I said, we've had like 3 straight circuits in a row where the racing's been good, but they've not been racetracks. They've been like endurance races. This is a track where you can attack and you can get some nice wheel-to-wheel racing on. But the safety car will be out for another lap, as we've still got a lot of cars down at the hairpin in sector 2, just waiting to join onto this snake. Arns chose a soft tyre here. So has Rod Diaz. I'm not sure what Arns' strategy is here. I mean, I don't even think 2 sets of soft tyres will get you to the end of the race from here. So I think Arnt's maybe on a soft and a medium. He's going to have a quick middle stint, and then he's going to move on to a medium tyre. ABI Hamilton 3-second time penalty. You don't want to be getting time penalties under safety car conditions. But he's picked one up, and so has Carroll. Amos Plackey's going to do well. 1, to keep Finn behind him, and 2, to keep Tabs and Zyklon, because they're both on fresh tyres. So we'll see what sort of pace Plackey's got. Again, the ex-pilot may be under pressure from the cars behind him, like Arctic, Alex, Roland, Ireland, Valix, Arntz, Rod Diaz, all on fresher tyres. So we'll see how his restart goes. Ex-pilot's actually overtaken Breezy. I hope that does not cause the safety car glitch, and it has caused the glitch. I think ex-pilot might just have to take the penalty here. Is he going to let him through? Oh, this is why overtake under safety car conditions. And ex-pilot has took the time penalty, so maybe we might be able to get that taken off from him, but he has actually gained the position. Safety car is in this lap, so Zyklon will dictate the pace in sector 3. The only thing Zyklon's got to do is let the safety car get into the pit lane, so he's not restricted on his throttle. Once that safety car is in the pit lane, he can get the race on the way, whereas the safety car all the way down the end of on the long straight, just pulling in to the pit lane now, so Zyklon can go whenever he wants. There's Plackey, and I think Zyklon's gone down. He's caught Plackey a bit napping there. Plackey was still warming up his tyres, and Zyklon went, and Plackey's picked up a 3-second time penalty, trying to make that time back up. Finn de Jong looks like he's had a good restart. He's in the slipstream of the McLaren. As they all get away, I think they've all got away well. Breezy looks like he's going to try and make a move on ex-pilot here on the fresh tyres. Breezy needs to use that rubber. He's going to try and get around the outside. Has he got the traction? Pilot pushes him wide onto the grass. Breezy keeps his foot in, and it's still there. Ex-pilot looks like he's just about held on to him. Breezy's gone down the inside. That's a silly move there from Breezy. Why would you ever go down the inside of that corner? I don't know. But he's come off so much worse than ex-pilot. He should have just backed out of that. Oh, I think now on their back. This is what I mean with ex-pilot. He was going to have trouble on this restart. And Arctic has just about got through. Really gave him the big squeeze. His teammate Alex is now behind him. Roland's made a move up on Alex for all that. Ex-pilot really struggling off the restart. And he's gone deep in the hairpin here, ex-pilot. And is he going to let his teammate go? Will there be team orders at Alfa Romeo? I don't think there will be. But ex-pilot really struggling off the restart, and then more medium tyres. Finn de Jong now pressuring AMS Plackey, who manages to hang on to P2, but Finn on much fresher rubber. Look at that, look at the grip he's got through turn 2 on traction. Bit of overtake as well. Is he going to go down the inside? He is. And he does get that move done, so Finn now in a bit of clean air to chase Zyklon. There's Zyklon there, 2 seconds up the road. So Finn's going to have to close that gap up. And Plackey's going to have drive forever all over the gearbox of that McLaren. Down this straight. He wants to keep tabs on Finn and Zyklon. He's on the same strategy as them 2 drivers. He's on a different strategy to Plackey. He needs to clear him quick and maintain these gaps to Finn. You can see the gap already opening up, so drive forever's really losing time. Is he going to throw one down the inside? He's not. He's going to follow him through and see if we can get him on the exit. He will have better traction out of the hairpin and down onto the straight. Can drive forever get this move done? He needs to get it done on this lap, otherwise he's going to just lose too much time. AMS Plackey looks like he's going to have to yield, and he has yielded, and that is a good move there for Drive Forever and key for his strategy to keep hold of the top 3. Let's have a look what's going down on in the midfield. P5 man Arctic being chased by Roland. Alex has lost a little bit of time there. DRS enabled this lap. Arntz now, he moved himself into P9. But he's on a soft tyre, so Arntz has really got to use his tyre. He's got to use that soft compound and get through this pack of drivers. See if Dr. Erling can get his moves done. See if he can carve his way through the field. And DTV now in the McLaren. Not having a race I thought he might. Thought he might just come through this pack. He's got Matt in front of him who's really hustling Ex-pilot who just seems to be going backwards now. Maybe he should box for a set of hard tyres, ex-pilot, and just go to the end and see what the race brings him, because this set of tyres he's on now, oh look at that, DTV really close. Is he going to make the move into the hairpin? He's in the slipstream, he's got the speed. And look at that, he covers off the line well there. Matt parks his car and we got a VSC. I think that may have been for Posty Lad at the back of the grid, or maybe Mr. Rod Diaz, one of the two. It's caused this, and Amos Placky's going to box under VSC conditions. This is smart from Placky. He's going to get a cheap pit stop here. What's he going to go on to? He's going on to a hard tyre, so it actually should take him to the end here. I think everyone above him's got a box, so Placky could be on for a good one here. And he has gone green just as Placky, where is he? Has he come out? He's just coming out now. So it was a cheap pit stop, not as cheap as he'd like. But he saved himself a little bit of time through the pits there. And ex-pilot does box onto a set of soft tyres, so I'm not really sure what sort of strategy that is. He should have chosen a hard tyre there and gone to the end. Here we go. And where's Zyklon? Zyklon actually boxed the car into a set of hards. So Zyklon's re-boxed himself, and he's come out in P15. I'm not really sure why he's done that. We'll see how that plays out. But Zyklon took the opportunity to box the car. Flags in sector 2. That looks like Ants. Oh, is that Zyklon? Is that Zyklon? Is that a moment on the exit? And I think he has. He's lost bundles of time. Zyklon really on the back foot now. He just got a hope. Maybe for a safety car here, because he's 7.2 seconds behind Mr. Rod Diaz at the minute. And Matt is still being hustled by DTV, and there's Placky, DTV's teammate for the day. Just in the background now, just getting himself onto the back of this battle for P10. Alex now on the back of Alex. I've said that a few times this season. These two have had their squabbles on track. Breezy's left the session, DNF'd. Not really looking after my Ferrari very well there, Breezy. But Alex trying to shut down Roland. He can smell a podium here, Alex. There's P3 man, Arctic just into the hairpin, then followed by Roland, Alex, Valix, Arntz, Hamilton's just there as well. Carroll's 3 seconds back with, oh there goes DTV up the inside, and he gets the move done. That's been coming for a few laps now, and here comes his teammate Placky. Can Placky get the move done? Dan DRS, they both got DRS, but as you can see, red light blinking on the racing point, he's got 0 energy. And Placky gets the move done, and he's going to have to run on his teammate now. The McLaren guys, is there going to be any team orders here? It looks like Placky's got the speed into the braking zone. Placky gets it done, and Matt gets that all wrong and goes across the escape road. He's got to wait to rejoin, and he has, but he's lost so much time. So Matt a little bit over-eager there in the braking zone, got it all wrong. Had to go across the grass as... Oh, Posty Lad taking the scenic route as well with his battle. And look at ex-pilot now coming through. Posty Lad's under all sorts of pressure. Pilot inside line. They've got to sort themselves out, and they haven't. And Pilot has come off worse there, and Posty Lad gets 2 cars in 1 corner. And he is up to P15. And this battle for the podium is going to really heat up now. But Roland, 1.5 seconds behind Arctic now. Arctic just trying to stretch his legs away from this battle. Fin the 11 flat. Which gives Drive Forever something to think about. AMS Dan's left the session. But Drive Forever is trying to do his best to hang on to Fin the 1.1 second the gap currently. Alex is still hustling Roland here for P4. Valix is really pressuring Alex. Good driving so far from these drivers. How long can... Oh, there's been a mistake by Roland. Oh, a safety car, and I think that's just saved his position. Alex is going to have to hang back. But who is that? Who is DNF the car. It's Carroll who's DNF the car. And that is out of turns 3 and 4 onto the exits, which is where we saw Posty Lad crashing quali. That's a shame, but we've now got another safety car. That's really saved Zyklon's race. I think Zyklon must have been doing a little safety car dance in that cockpit. Let's see what Zyklon does. I don't think he's got another set of mediums, so he's going to have to stick onto this hard strategy, I think. I think Placky will stay out on, unless he wants to box for a fresh set of mediums to the end of the race to see what these cars do here ahead of Placky. We've got everyone coming in. Finn, Drive Forever, hard tyre selected. As Finn comes out leading the race. Roland goes into P2 on his medium tyres. He's going to maybe have the same trouble as ex-pilot. Looks like Posty Lad. He's been lapped. He's really out of position in the snake. So he what's he going to do? Is he going to try and go around the outside? He's going to get disqualified for that. Why is he doing that? I think Posty Lad's going to get disqualified. Well, he's got a 5 second for annoying yellow flags, but he can continue. Try and get himself on the back of the snake and unlap himself. That's probably saved himself a lot of time there by taking 5 seconds. He has been disqualified. Posty Lad's gone. And he's left the session. So yeah, MS Placky finds himself in P4, 4 lap old hard tyres. He's got Drive Forever on a fresh set of hards in front of him, so is Finn the Yum. Roland's a bit out of place on his 9 lap old mediums, so they want to clear him quick. Arctic chose a hard tyre. Valix has gone racing on a set of mediums. Arndt stopped early and up to P7 now. After his difficult start, he's started to claw the positions back up to P7. Ireland, 9 lap old hards, P8. He's going to struggle on a restart. He's going to have a racy teammate behind him. Maybe I'll hammer on a set of softs. Alex, set of mediums. DTV, set of mediums. Looking racy. Zyklon remains on his hard strategy. He didn't really have much choice, I don't think. But he's only in P12 championship leader, so some good points to be scored for the drivers ahead of him. Matt's on a set of 2 lap old mediums. Mr. Rodriguez fresh mediums, and Mixed Pilot is on them 1 lap old soft tyres. That's really not going to do his strategy any good because he will have to box before the end of this race. What's he going to do here? And he's going to continue. The Drive Forever just got to clear Roland very quick off this restart and keep tabs on Finn. Otherwise Finn's going to be off into the distance. You really don't want to let Finn get a 1 second gap like he had just as the safety car come out. But Roland's really put a spanner in Drive Forever's strategy. I think safety car being this lap has... Oh, we've got a few cars at the back there. Yeah, Arndt is looking good at P7. He's going definitely all the way. Valix, his tyres are... Yeah, he'll definitely make it. There'll be a little bit worn. Safety car is in this lap. The lights on the safety car have gone out. Indicates to Finn the that he's coming in. But Finn, yeah, really trying to get them hard tyres into a working window. He doesn't want to put the throttle down and end up in a wall. I've seen that a few times. Let's just see when Finn's going to go. And he's going to go now. Finn is off. And he restarts the Canadian Grand Prix with a brilliant restart, flying through the World Champions. Has Drive Forever got a drive on Roland? We've got a Haas well out of shape. I think that was Valix. Drive Forever, he will have the better grip here. As you see Roland, he's struggling for a bit of grip in turn 2. And Drive Forever's going to take the opportunity and get down the inside. Is he going to make it? He takes a 3 second time and he pinches on the apex, but he had to get that move done, and he has. And here comes Placky as well. Can Placky go around the outside? That's a great move from Placky. Braved it around the outside. Shuts the door on Roland, who's going backwards off this restart. And here comes Arctic now trying to get around the outside. Valix is there as well. Here comes Valix. Is he going to make his move? He's not. He's going to tuck in behind so he can get bare exit on his cars up front. For some reason, Valix is a ghost. sure if Alex has left the session or not, but his car seems to be up to speed, and I'm not sure if Alex has left the session. I'm not sure what's going on, but Arndt's now into the hairpin, trying to get an exit on Alex. Well, we got a VSC. We got a VSC. We've got a Cyclone. He's having a terrible time with one of them hard tyres. And as he's got no front wing, and Alex has rejoined. He did actually leave the session. Cyclone Championship leader's having a terrible day at the office. He's had a few bad weeks actually, Cyclone. He's kind of lucky there's no one really to challenge him in the championship. And then he's retired from the session. So Cyclone retires again from another session. Really having a tough few weeks at the minute, Tourbillon. But what can AMS Blackie do? He's on 7 lap old hard tyres. Has he got the pace? I think. Are we going to go green? We have gone green. Yeah, he's on 7 lap old hards. The cars in front of him are on fresher tyres. Roland, I don't think will challenge him at all. Once we get up to speed, I think Roland's 12 lap old medium tyres are really starting to cause him a few problems, as you see he's struggling for a bit of rear end grip coming out the hairpin already. So Artie and Valix, look at Valix, looking racy on their medium tyres. Is he going to get the move done before the braking zone? He is. He has so much more momentum. And Valix puts himself up to P5, and I think Valix will make short work of P4 man Roland. As the DRS gets the name, this is what DR makes a move on Hamilton. So Arndt's has got his wing mirrors full of McLaren of DTV. Alex is sort of lost out. He was ahead of Alex before the safety car's VSC, but look, Alex is up in P5. Alex is down in P9, so it's not really worked out for Alex. But Arndt's now. Looks like he's going to calm the pressure from the McLaren in this DRS zone. DTV opens the back wing. Barnes good enough straight line speed in this occasion to keep DTV behind him. And there's Valix again. Look how quickly he's shut down the gap to Roland. He knows he's got fresher tyres. He's just got to use that rubber. And Valix is going to go make the move now. DRS activated. Should be an easy move for Valix. And there's DTV as well. You see him in the background. Valix goes through. Has DTV got enough momentum to get past Arndt's? And he has. Arndt's hasn't really got an answer on defence. And DTV moves himself up to P7. Who's boxed there? Drive Forever's actually boxed the car. On lap 22. And he's going to come out plumb last. I'm not really sure why he's boxed the car. Or if he had a drive-through penalty maybe. I think he's had a drive-through and he's at the back of the grid. Flags in sector 1. Maybe that's for Drive Forever. No. Someone's had a moment there. I'm not quite sure who that was. So yeah, MS Blackie now moved himself into some nice clean air. He's 4.6 seconds behind Finn de Yum, he's got Valix who's closing in on him. Rate of knots. Valix really on the move after this restart. So Valix will need to clear Blackie pretty quickly, and he can gain some nice points in Tourbillon in the championship here. Drive Forever makes short work of Hamilton at the back of the grid. Moves himself up to P13. There we go, the battle for P4. Roland still hanging on this medium tyre. He's got a long way to go still. And he's got some racing cars behind him of Arctic and DTV. Matt is making a move on Arndt standing inside of turn 1 and gets that one done. Arndt's starting to go backwards on these hard tyres. Yeah, DTV now has really just worked his way into the race. And he's looking really good in a minute, DTV, driving well. And he's going to make the move now. He's just pulled out of the slipstream. DRS enabled, overtake enabled. Is he going to fly down the inside? He is. He's going to control the inside line. Brilliant move from DTV. That is a great move. in that corner. That's how you overtake that corner. Commitment and skill. And DTV had it in abundance there. And look at that. He's got no grip ahead of him. The Williams is really struggling. DTV, we had to pick up another one. Is he going to go for the move? He's going to have DRS. He's going to have overtake. Red light blinking, and the car in front means he's low on energy. DTV's used a lot of energy. He's going to go for it anyway. Controls the inside line and gets another good move done. Great driving from the McLaren driver. Moved himself up to P4. Roland's going to try and fight it back, but he's just not got the energy, neither the grip or straight line speed to challenge the McLaren. And the McLaren running in P2 and 4. This is like a nice little driver pair in here. And Arctic now looking racy behind Roland. Roland really struggling on these worn medium tyres. Matt's closing to the back of this. Answer's just dropping off the back. He's going to hopefully Roland can hold his cars up so he can sneak up onto the back and nick a little bit of DRS, which I think he's not got any DRS on this occasion. He was in that 1 second window. He's just out of it now. Now he's back in it. Answer's flirting with the DRS zone. But Arctic's got to get past Roland pretty quick because DTV is already 1.7 seconds ahead. You can see the time difference. Obviously DTV on a medium tyre, but Roland is on a much fresher hard tyre. Sorry, Arctic's on a fresher hard tyre. Roland is struggling on the mediums. And here comes Arctic now, pulls out the slipstream down the inside. Controls the inside line this time. Roland wants to fight a little bit harder and he's compromised his exit. Matt nearly got caught out on that, but does well. Get out of the throttle and get around. Roland has lost 2 positions in the space of 2 corners. So Roland really fought out a bit too hard on them one side. He just didn't want anyone taking any more liberties with him through that corner. But he's just not got the grip at his current stage to fight like that. And here comes a Red Bull of Ireland on Mr. Rod Diaz. See Ireland and Rod Diaz in the Haas. He's got his wing mirrors full of Red Bull. Red Bull gets past well. Answer's got to pick off Roland. He's a nice little bit of understeer into the chicane. You can see the red light blinking on Roland's car, who tries to get one down the inside of Matt, of Arctic into the hairpin as Matt gets through. Matt up to P5. Answer's got to use his energy here. Roland is running on nothing. Ants breezes past him. The McLaren moves himself. The Mercedes. Oh, he's had a bit of a difficult chicane there. And Roland almost ran into the back of Ants there. Ants is really slow. But Ants does make it in the Mercedes up to P7. Drive Forever now having a bit of a scrap. Oh, there's wing damage there. Just missed what happened. I think Drive Forever may retire the car, as his strategy to put on them hard tyres has not quite worked. So he had a drive through and it's just gone from bad to worse for Drive Forever. But Ireland now is crept up to the back of Roland, who must be thinking, why have I stayed out on these medium tyres? Really not worked out for Roland. He went for track position. Oh, and Roland into the wall when he's in retirement. Roland is out and he's brought out a safety car. Big impact there for the Williams. Well, I think we may see a few soft tyres. Fin de Yum into the pit, Placky into the pit. That's actually saved Placky's race. Finn was just stretch his legs a little bit. Soft tyres for Fin de Yum, soft tyres for Placky. Valix comes into the pit now. What's Valix going to put on? And it's like another set of medium tyres for Valix. 9 lap old. That can't be right. He's gone for 9 lap old mediums. He should have put on a set of soft. What has Valix done here? He's on a set of 9 lap old 1 tyres. Valix makes a mistake at the pit stop. Matt on a fresh set behind Valix. Arnt's on a fresh set of softs. Arctic fresh set of softs. Ireland fresh set of softs. Mr. Rod Diaz fresh set of softs and a time penalty. Alex on a fresh set of softs. Well, Valix is going to have his wing mirrors full off this restart. I'm not quite sure what Valix was thinking. I'm sure he definitely had a fresh set of soft tyres. Maybe he thought they weren't going to go to the end, but they would have been in better shape than what these medium tyres are in. DTV actually stayed out and going to try and hang this one out on the medium tyre, but we see how that worked out for Roland, and the cars behind him are on hard tyres. And these cars, I mean, Placky looks really quick, and so does Finn's obviously quick. On a fresh set of softs, this might not work out for DTV as he's planned it. But Valix, I'm curious to see if Valix are coming to the pits here. Maybe just put the fresh set of soft tyres on. What's he going to do? Valix stays out on the mediums. Interesting call. I think he just got that all wrong now. I thought cars were a bit slow there, but they're not. But yeah, Valix is going to be under all sorts of pressure from Matt here. Arctic. I mean, Ireland could even get past. Alex needs to clear Hamilton if he wants to get into this little battle for P4. DTV is going to have pressure from Placky and Finn. So we're going to have a decent last few laps here. DTV trying to keep some heat in his rear tyres. Yeah, McLaren's at the minute running 1 and 2, looking really good. AlphaTauri man, Finn, P3. Then comes to Haas of Alex. Then here comes Matt, who's had a bit of an eventful race. Been up and down the grid, so is Arntz. Both finding themselves in the top 10 and looking for a podium, these drivers. These drivers on the soft, the 4 drivers, Matt, Arntz, Arctic and Ireland, are definitely all gunning for a podium here. I don't think Valix is going to have the pace off the restart, and I don't think DTV is going to be able to maintain his pace, so I think they're going to be the ones who miss out on the podium here, DTV and Valix. I think Placky and Finn will be 1 and 2, but in what order? So this could be a good restart. Hopefully the safety car is in this lap, and I believe it is, because the safety car has actually sped down the pit lane. DTV becomes the safety car, dictates pace in sector 3. Again, what all DTV's got to do is just wait for that safety car to get in the pit lane, then he can apply as much throttle as he wants. He's backing them up, DTV, really scrubbing his tyres. I don't want to scrub them up too much, because that's putting wear on his tyres. His teammate of Placky is just hanging back, just waiting, circling like a shark. DTV's he's gonna do a Magello style restart here. He's just gonna wait until that straight. That's gonna catch out a lot of drivers. And here goes DTV. Oh, he got big oversteer moment off the restart. But he has got away well. And let's just see how these medium runners of DTV and Valix hold up to the onslaught behind them from the soft runners. Matt's going to want to be making short work of Valix here, but Valix looks like he's had a decent restart, and he's onto the back of the soft runner of Finn de who's obviously dictated by the pace ahead of him from DTV. Oh, Placky's going to have... Oh, there's been wing damage. There's been a collision between Valix and Finn de Finn de is actually out. Valix is dropping positions. Oh, they couldn't sort themselves out. And it's been carnage, so that shakes the race up nicely. Some nice points to be scored by Alec, Arctic, Ireland, Matt, Arntz. All can score some good points here. Oh, what a shame. What a shame for Finn. I think Valix must have gone for some audacious move up the inside there, and they just got it all wrong. But here comes Placky on his teammate. Is there going to be team orders at McLaren? It doesn't look like his. DTV maintains and holds position. But he's going to have a tough time keeping this McLaren behind him. Placky's using some energy now. He's in the slipstream. DTV looks like he's covered the line off, but Placky just throws it down the inside. Much more grip on the soft tyres and puts himself in the P1. Placky from the back of the grid leading the Canadian Grand Prix. What a drive it has been for this man. He's drove brilliantly today. He looks like a really good driver. DTV has had a good one as well on his debut. Valix and Matt got caught up in that as well down in P10. And the battle for the podiums now heating up with Arctic and Ireland now just starting to pull away from Arntz, who's got Alex just 6 tenths behind him. Findiam has left the session. He's probably a bit frustrated with that one. It was a bit sloppy there off the restart. Very unlike NRC. Dr. Erlin, P5. I think he'd be quite happy with that one. So far. So Island's closing in on Arctic. Just waiting for some ERS. DTV's really struggling to hang on to his teammate. He's 1.7 seconds slower as Placky puts in the fastest lap of the race of a 10.7. 25 points and an extra point for fastest lap for the McLaren man. Arndt's really falling off the back. He wants to keep himself in DRS range, but the car's in front of him, otherwise he's going to be vulnerable from Alex, and Alex will not need the second invitation to open that back wing and get alongside the McLaren, the Mercedes of Erlin Artisan. What can the Sandman do? Sander Island, what can he do from P4? He's looking racy, looks like he wants to get done. Round the hairpin, he's just going to hold station. See if he can get a better exit, get a drive, get into slipstream, get some DRS. I'm not sure if it's open this lap, and it is available this lap. He opens the back wing, shooting him forward. Nice bit of momentum for the Red Bull driver, and the Sandman picks up P3 and the podium position. Now he can see DTV. DTV's going to be struggling late on in these laps. He's got to use his soft tyre now. He's got to start putting in some hot laps now, Ireland. See if he can maybe nick P2 off DTV. DTV's just trying to nurse these tyres till the end. He's not got many laps to do it, but he will be struggling for a little bit of pace. Now Arndt's has got himself crucially into DRS range of Arctic in front of him. That's going to halt the charge of Alex a little bit as he's stuck in a bit of a DRS train. Arndt's now opens the back wing. Lets the air flow through the back wing, pushes him forward. That's a nice chicane as well. Arndt's really driving well, overtaking Abel. He's pushing the life out of this Mercedes. He wants to nick P4, and as you can see, the Sandman is closing in. 1 second is the gap. No DRS on this occasion. Maybe next lap for NRC Ireland. Looking like he wants to nick P2. And you can see Arctic now just darting in and out of the toe. He's actually got no energy, Arctic. So he's a bit vulnerable here to Arndt's. Arndt's with a nice bit of momentum. Can he get it done? Into turn one, his Arndt's going to throw one down the inside. He's just going to stay behind. Patience is the key here for Arndt's. But he does it like the faster driver. He wants to get Arctic on that operating table, carve him up. Little bit of open heart surgery, break the heart of Arctic and nick P4 off him. But there's the Sandman, he's right behind. DTV's had a terrible exit. This is Ireland's opportunity. DTV covers the line, look at that, covered it well. DTV getting his elbows out here late on. He's going to need to, because Ireland will be pressuring him right now into the checkered flag. If this fight lasts that long, big lock up there from DTV. Won't want to be doing that on them worn tyres. It's going to take a little bit more energy out of him than what he wanted, and here comes Ireland now. You can see the red light blinking. He's got no energy. He's got all the straight line speed in the world here, and that's a good move. Controls the inside line, covers the line off. Saban into P2. Is DTV going to have a run back at him? He's just not got the energy nor the grip. And there goes Arndt's. Arndt's into P4. Dr. Erlin does get Arctic on that operating table. And he moves himself into P4. Brilliant drive for Arndt's, who it looked dismal at the start of the race for Erlin Artisan. But the Doctor has sliced his way through the field and he's up to P4. Now Alex now looks like he wants to pick off Arctic as well in his closing laps. Has Alex got the pace to do so? We know he's not got a lot of energy here, Arctic, but Alex, he's not really got much energy. Can Arndt's now, he's 7 tenths behind DTV. He could nick a podium here, the Doctor. This could be an awesome finish for Erling. Sandman has pulled out 1.4 second gap. He looks pretty comfortable for a P2 finish, and here comes Erling. Dr. Erling down the inside, slices his way through another one. Scalpers at the ready, Erling's on the move. And he's up to P3. What a drive from Arntz. Oh, it's going to be a nervy last lap for DTV in P4. And he picks up a 3-second time penalty in the last lap. That is not what you want to do, especially when you're in a close battle. But he has done that. And we'll see what the other penalties are like when everyone crosses the line. But Placky's really drove well on the back of the grid. He's had a brilliant race, Placky. Mr. Ireland has had a good one as well, the Sandman. He got a bit of an assist from the incident between Valix and Finn de Jong, but you've got to be there, you've got to take your opportunities when they come in F1. And Ireland, as Arntz has as well. DTV's took his opportunity as well in P4. Looks like he's going to have enough just to hang on to P4. We'll see what it's like on penalties as they cross the line. But here comes Placky. Placky has actually crossed the line and won the Canadian Grand Prix. The Sandman comes across P2 with a brilliant drive for Red Bull. Dr. Erling, P3. Dr. Erling nicks P2. Oh, Arctic nicks P2. And Alex into the podium. Oh, that's heartbreaking for Arntz and the Sandman down in P5. DTV P6. Diaz, Mr. Rod Diaz, P7, picking up some good points in P7. And Hamilton and Matt having a last dash to the line. And Matt comes off worse, probably on a few penalties, but what a race that was. NRC at its best there. Really good drive. Yeah, you can't argue with that. Placky had a brilliant drive from the back of the grid, just carved his way through the field. Looks really good, Placky. He's going to give Torbjorn and Finn de Jong something to think about as well, moving forward for NRC. And there is Placky doing the Seb Vettel. That champagne's going to taste nice on the top step. Debut race, debut win. Can't argue with that. Well, what a drive it was from NRC. Alex picking up a podium as well as Arctic keeping it nice and clean. Very good drives from both them drivers, picking up some good points for the representative teams. Let's have a look at the classifiers and the penalty situation. So yeah, nice clean drives there from Arctic and Alex. Brilliant drives from them two drivers. Placky only picked up one penalty, so Placky P1, Arctic P2, Alex P3, Arntz P4. Late drama for Arntz. Cutting through the field, Dr. Erling had a good one. Sandman had a good one as well in P5. DTV P6, unlucky, medium tyre just ran out at the end. Rod Diaz had a good drive from P7. Hamilton P8, Matt P9, ex-pilot, excuse me, P10, rounds off the top 10. Valix, Finn de Jong had that incident. Not sure how. We'll have to have a look at that in the clips. Drive Forever, Roland, Cyclone, Postlag, Carol, Breezy, Rowa Lad and AMS Dan round off the grid. Yeah, that was another thrilling race from NRC. You can get some really good racing on a Wednesday night here. Brilliant racing from all drivers. I'd like to see a clip from Valix and Finn de Jong to see what actually went on there, because I only caught the aftermath of it. But Placky looks good, DTV looks like a good driver as well on their debuts, so hopefully we can keep hold of these drivers. But that's it from me. I'm going to wrap it up. I hope everyone's enjoyed the stream. I enjoyed the race. And we'll see you next week, same time, same place.